Welcome to the deep dive, episode 5, wide offset out of the Tennessee Playbook. This is the best spread formation in the game, and we're going to break down the best run and pass plays to dominate with this. So, without wasting time, we're going to jump into the video. Also, real quick, if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more through NCAA 26, consider following the channel, subscribing, liking some of the videos, comment on stuff you want to see. It really helps the channel grow for me and helps me put out better content for you if I know what you guys want to see. All right, with that being covered, let's jump into the video. I'm going to cover the running stuff quickly. I'm not going to go over the inside zone and read option, but we're going to go over the base, the 0-1 trap, and the speed option. So here's the thing with these spread formations, if you guys are not familiar, is that the defense is spread extremely wide, which means a light box, which either people have to base align, scoot people in, drag the safeties in the box, and that will open up other things. But you see this, right, is we have 5 linemen, there's 5 people in the box. This is the base, our pulling guard. We're going to make a few guys miss here, get about, 10, 15 yards there. Run it again, 5 people in the box. Here, we'll do a little spin move. We got a couple yards there. I'm not the best runner, so bear with me. But here, again, the blocks, the lanes are there. I'm not a very good runner. So some of you guys that got some elite run stick can do a lot better than myself here. But you see a lot of this stuff is minimum 3 to 5 yards. Is our last look for halfback base here. And you see, again, all it takes is 1 or 2 good blocks. And again, we get another 13-yard gain there. So this run is rarely going to get hit in the backfield. You're going to get positive yardage. But it really creates stress on the defense that they need to commit numbers in the box, or you're going to have favorable numbers to run the ball every time. So that is the halfback base. We are going to run the 0-1 trap now. 0-1 trap here is pulling guard from the opposite side now to the same side as the running back here. And then this is always one of my favorite runs. It's super underrated and gets very big gains. Sometimes even breaks house calls for touchdowns here. As I'm playing pinball here for about 3 to 5 yards. 0-1 trap again here is just, it's such a good run. And this is what I'm talking about. The potential with 0-1 trap is, again, we got a 35-yard run just straight up the middle because of that pulling guard. And again, because you add this in with the base and some of the other plays that we're going to go over, inside zone, read option, speed option, it makes it really difficult. And they're going to have to commit numbers in the box to stop this run. This is the last time we're going to run this here. They missed a block, so they had a free runner, and we still got 5 yards. So that's going to be how the 0-1 trap looks. Then we're going to take a look here at the speed option. And again, this run is super underrated. And the good thing about this is if we want to flip it to the left, we flip it to the left. And you do that by flicking your right thumbstick to the left, and it will flip to play. Right here is probably not ideal. We're going to keep it to the right. But you have that option here. And then you get your yards running the speed option. Then eventually, if they commit to the pitch, then what ends up happening is then you can keep it with your quarterback, which I'm just going to do here just for the sake of doing it. But you'll be able to cut that upfield. So now it makes it really difficult that now they're committing numbers in the box. Are they going to stop our traps, our bases? Are they going to stop a speed option? And then here's when you can flip it here. And now I feel like this is the best opportunity. You need like 1 or 2 yards, and you flip the play and you take it with your quarterback. It does really good. And then there's a little lane to cut back up the middle here if you're able to find it. And one last time here, that is the speed option, right? So you mix that in there with the base and the trap, and it's going to be very good because now you might get a look like this here where they're bringing 3, 6, 7 guys in the box. It looks like a man blitz sellout, and then you're going to have fun with the pass plays out of this. So now we're going to take a look here at the pass plays and show where the money is. And let's start off with RPO zone alert hitches. Again, now because numbers are going to be committed to the box, or they're going to move people in, this is what I really like is the hitches can really be thrown. A and Y are you're going to be your primary reason, and you can almost throw them every play. And I haven't seen them picked off yet. Doesn't mean it can't happen. but we're just going to take a look, run this a few times. Nobody lines up over that slot. This is the tight end here in the slot. I like to pass it down and away, and then I will possession catch it there. I saw the slot corner blitz. And then here is also RPO zone alert changes here is that you can hand the ball off to your running back. I'm just going to do it here. And you can make one guy miss. And again, now is once we've incorporated all these elements with the passing and the different runs. But one thing I'll notice here is if I see the outside corner drop back, kind of like how we just had right here, is I'm looking here at the slot and the outside. The slot guy stayed inside, and that outside corner backed off. This is where the outside guys and their hitch routes become more accessible. But yeah, a lot of times what happens, is, especially if they try and come out like kind of nickel set and they're not man aligned to things of that nature, is that this tight end is not covered in the slot, or it could be vice versa. The receiver number Y, the letter Y, and you can hit this guy for a quick pass for some easy yards. So RPO zone alert hitches is a very good play. And sometimes it can, I'm not going to say it can get you a touchdown, but sometimes it can go for bigger yards, up to 20 yards, depending on the coverage that they're in. And you see right there, the guy plays on top of it. I'm just throwing it inside. So that's enough of RPO zone alert hitches. You kind of see how that works. Now let's take a look at slot fades here. Slot fades is probably the biggest home run play out of this formation, and it's because of these two fade routes. You also have the hitches that will be open, and then you have your running back here on this. He's on a check and release, and you see he's got lines going either direction based off zone. If they're in zone, he's gonna sit in the gap underneath. If it's man, he's gonna take whichever way is the correct route to get open. So he's a great check down route. Y is going to be the one that beats us deeper down the field. A is your tight end. So if you got a fast tight end, this will really work too. And we'll show you kind of hitting both here and what you got to do. And then here is what I was talking about. If you have your fast receiver out there, that Y route is just going to win on that fade. Let's look here on the other side now. Here's our running back underneath. He gets about 3 yards. Take another look here. And then this here is, I highballed it there. Just our tight end is not very fast here. I'll try and show you what it looks like here if I can get him again as we get hit trying to throw it. The only thing is the tight end's going against a corner, a DB of some sort, so it's not going to be an easy throw to be able to make. And then the other thing too here is what makes this really good is if you got a fast quarterback and they commit certain resources where they're matching and playing man, is if you can step up in the pocket, it's gonna be big lanes to run. And if you want to here, hold down on the D-pad, you can hit, on your left thumbstick to throw it behind your guy for a back shoulder throw. And then you just use your click on to catch. Trying to show you guys here one last time here if we can catch the, showing how the hitch routes work. But you see there we hit the bomb over the shoulder. Probably if we highballed it, that probably goes for a touchdown. And then that's where the hitch, right there, we did a possession catch. See here if there's a better version. Oh, here the tight end actually got a lot of coverage, and that's where he'll beat deep down the sideline. There's gonna be other opportunities here. We're just not getting the look here of where the hitch routes on the outside are gonna be wide open, but they are gonna be an option as well. Here we're gonna see running back again. He does his little option route, and he is going. The running back will make the right read every time. If it's in man, he's gonna run one of those out routes to either sideline. If it's zone, he's just gonna sit underneath. So that is the slot fades. And then the final play, overall, I think this is the best passing play, is the wheelies play. All right, so wheelies here, our main reads are going to be B and X. They're deeper down the route, deeper down the field routes that are going to get open. The slot fade route from Y and A, they can both get open too. And then you have your same check and release route from slot fades from your running back here, where
Zone, he'll sit underneath. Man, he'll go to either sideline. So I really like X on his route. It's probably my favorite route in the game. And I'm going to just kind of show you. I'm reading the safeties here. Now, that middle linebacker dropped back. So the second I seen him drop back, I knew the running back was going to be open, wide open underneath. And then here, assuming we don't get screamed at, is X should be open here. And he's going to hit right on this break. And I don't care who your corners are. Um, I won't say this can get open 100% of the time, but I've seen superstar corners that cannot cover this route, and because of the break. But a lot of this is I'm reading the safeties here, and usually this is a cover 4 look and not a match. You're gonna see, okay, they're dropping back, they're dropping back. Again, I wait a little bit, and X is wide open there. And it looked a little bit closer than it should have. I could have waited another half second there to throw and hit him, but he was open. Now I'm looking here, and here's where I pass lead underneath, and I do the click on to catch B on this Z route. So you see X and B, they're both, I'm going to try and show you. And this is a superstar corner we're going against here on Florida. And then we got a very terrible catch animation. But you see, I can get that open and I can throw this every time as we get screamed at. Yeah, any kind of cover 3 look, I'm not really too concerned. And right there was a nice pocket window for that Z route. And again, great thing here is now they're coming out in this sort of this dime look, right? And now the box is like 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers. This is where we would audible down by pressing X. And if you have your trap or your base or inside zone speed option here in this case, you can audible down to those and make them pay. I'm not going to do that for the moment, but again, I see the linebacker vacates the middle. I'm going to throw underneath and take this easy 8 to 10 yard pass every single time. Again, take what's available to you. We don't have to force things here. Now that playing underneath, I know X is going to be wide open, and usually that is usually a big rack time play. So again, now we'll see again. It's a light box. I would audible down to the run. Linebacker drops back, and again we get 5, 6 yards. Taking a look here again, the middle's vacated past our running back, and now we get 15 yards. So again, the running back here is so deadly on this because they can't afford to go and help and leave these certain areas here. I see B, the safety had left the area, um, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Right, as it looked like it ended up being a tight throw. If I see the safety on the right side there dropping back, I know that this route to number 5 here that I made the throw to, he's going to be the read. If I see this receiver on the safety on the left over here, if I see him drop back, then I usually know that I'm going to hit X. And actually X was going to be open right there as well. But again, that's just when you run this so many times, you see where the defense is trying to go. It's very easy to make your reads as we got a great pass animation there. Again, you see where it is. Now they're going to do this. And then guy got a little bit of a speed boost there. Their guy actually played it really well. I don't know what happened there. It looks like maybe a matching concept. But you see how this didn't be open. Now, the only thing I have not shown is the fade. And again, this will kill people when they run man for a 1-play touchdown. Let's take the last few looks here at this play. And again, just kind of show you the repetition and the success. Here is B, again, wide open. Again, I like this read. This kind of gives a man look. And there, again, is going to that slot fade, just winning down the sideline. So, again, you kind of see how this works now, right? Here's something else. If I see a 4-man rush or a 3-man front, and this looks like nickel odd here, is I'm going to kind of shift my way over to the left here where the double team is. And then now I can give myself that extra time in the pocket because that rusher from the outside. So here I'm going to run this play one more time. Sorry. But if you notice, this extra rusher now is coming off the left. So I'm actually going to kind of shift right here, try and stop there, buy myself some time. And then here is B now that we're able to hit open because of that. So again, it's very simple reads. I think the number one thing you look at, right, is see where the safeties are playing. And then pre-snap. Pre-snap is the safety look. once you snap the ball is watch these running backs. If these running backs vacate the middle, that running back's going to be your throw every time. If you see that the safety drops down on one side, then usually the other side, if you gave him just a second off his break, he's going to clear. Right here, they're running a man blitz, and here I hit B, and you see B, X, and Y. They all beat man. So I'm gonna end it right here.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, to Deep Dive Episode 5. We'll be back one more time here before 26 rolls in, and then we will have a full slate of stuff to drop on day one. So if you guys haven't, like, subscribe to the channel, it helps us grow. Appreciate everybody. Catch you guys in the next one.